miss. Hi, I'm Debbie. So much music, so few hits. Jeremy Harding thinks he knows why, but not many will like it. More now from Hardball Harding and our continuing series, The Beat Goes On.
This business of hits, it's the core of Jeremy Harding's prescription for getting back on track and reaching a larger market. Seems obvious, but not so easy. Running with a freestyle, no substitute for a solidly structured song.
When Drake needs a hit, he goes in the bag and says left foot slide, right foot slide, and he does Tootsie Slide. He knows that's a hit record, catchy, kids will love it. He'll go on TikTok, he will stream millions. And then he can go back and do his more, tuggy records if he wishes. They know how to balance.
So to reiterate, for you, it's the songwriting. Is it something innate? You either have it or you don't, or you can learn it?
It's something learned, it's a craft. Music is a craft in as much as it is an art. When I've worked with people outside of Jamaica, they approach it very much like a craft. What are we doing today? Who are we writing the song for? How old is the person? What's the topic? What's the key signature? What's the tempo? They really study it and map it out before they approach the writing process. We have this thing where we just build our vibes, hang out. You understand? Play some rhythm and a man just say, yo, that bad. And just go in there and kind of say something and we say, yeah man, you're fine it. And everybody gets all excited. We have no pathway. You hear records recorded by females, the key's too low, they're sounding guttural. You have guys trying to in high keys like this. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any kind of structure of how to put music together. And in this current format, 2020, the way that music is now, remember somebody goes online and within 5 to 10 seconds, they're gone if they don't like it. They're gonna skip, move and think. You gotta catch people right away with good hooks and good melodies. They're not gonna sit down and listen to your body of work and get all involved in what you're trying to do. So this is different from maybe the 70s, 80s era, which was an album-driven era, which we mimicked. The rock era and our 70s and our Bob Marleys and all of our Jamaican reggae bands mimicked that era. Let's make the album, let's go on tour. It's a body of work. Not in 2020, that's not the case. It's single, hit, hits out to the park. And that's how people need to be operating and thinking.
Jeremy with the credible answers, a font of information, a repository of experience. But after Sean Paul and the roller coaster years navigating Atlantic and rolling with the stars, where's he been? Surely all that insight hasn't gone untapped.
I have tried to work with a lot of artists and a lot of, in a management capacity. And I've also, been trying to mentor young producers in my own kind of way. I think some of it seeps into seeps into their head at some point in time, but they're in a state of instant gratification, instant results.
Fed, of course, by the utility of social media. Who needs the go-between when it's all at your fingertips?
Now, a kid can go online, go on beatstars.com, buy a beat for $25, throw it in his computer, record himself, and hit upload to DistroKid. It's online, it's on Apple Music, and he hits email, and it blasts it to all the disc jockeys he wants to blast it to. So you don't have that checks and balances system of the seasoned songwriter, the seasoned engineer to stop them along the way and be like, hold on a second. Now man, you need to change that. That hook not right, the key don't sound good, change it, whatever. That system no longer exists.
No filters, everybody's an instant genius.
And everybody thinks that they're professional at all of those steps. And the thing about it is that it's this misconception that, because we're young and it's the youth's time now and all this nonsense, because the reason why I say nonsense, because you're supposed to benefit from the knowledge of the people who have come before you.
Let's face it, people like Jeremy Harding, or the older DJ who knows the ropes, or worst of all, the big bad record company.
So when you sign to a record label in the US, you're not signing to a label run by 20-year-olds. You're signed to a label run by 50 and 60-year-olds because they've been there, they have done that. In Jamaica, we are quick to throw that out the way and say, the youth's them time now, we're not listening to these guys, these are the old guys, my time. I'm gonna write my own song, produce myself, record myself, I'm gonna direct my own video, do my own photo shoot, release it on my label, you understand what I'm saying? And it's going to work, and I'm gonna put it on my Instagram, and this is the attitude. And for some reason, this has become some sort of strange metric of success to them, that because they have done all of this work, we must laud them and give them a participation trophy to be like, oh my God, you did all of these things? You must be so amazing. At the end of the day, Anthony, if the song isn't a hit, Nobody cares. All of that process means nothing. You have to have that balance between trying to be the hardcore person that you desire to show to people and when to make a record which has commercial possibilities to it. Now,
But you have people like Protégé and Chronics also who, you know, have a certain skill level, and they you know, their approach is a bit more thoughtful, and what they're doing, I don't think a lot of people can have a problem with.
They need the hits. Show me the hits. Protégé is my brethren. I did the Ancient Future album with him at my previous studio. I need to see the hits. I'm not interested in which deal you made, and who cares? It doesn't matter. That's not the metric to go by. The metric is the hit. So show me your artists with the hit records, right? The artists that come on screen and talk in the third person. Show me your hit before you talk in the third person about who you are and who you're going to work with and what you're going to do and not do. Nobody cares about any of that. We just care about hit songs. We will live with anything. People have big egos in the music business. Kanye West has a massive ego. You understand? Jay-Z, there's all kind of rappers and entertainers with great big egos. You know, you have to have hits. Beenie Man has a big ego. He's my next brethren. Beenie Man has earned it. He has the hits. You can't deny him. You understand me? So it's still gonna keep boiling back down to that. And let's stop looking at, oh, what they're doing seems to be fine. You need a hit record. We're making some great music videos, I tell you that much. The visuals are amazing, right? Instagram is like freaking Cosmo magazine. Like, wow, all the photos and everything. And you're looking at it, you're like, yeah, follow it up with some hit songs. And then we'll go like so. And we don't release the songs coming in 6 months later, 1 year later, in so much that we are still depending on the Beanies and the Bounties and the Capletons and the Sizzlers and these people to close shows, right, to represent us on the international stage. We're still hoping Sean Paul to get another big collab with some Latin artists. You know what I'm saying? We're still looking at Shaggy as the benchmark of, like, you know, the guy that has Jamaica carrying the image on his back and doing things forward. And these guys continue to do what they do, and the international audience keeps looking to them because they keep saying, these guys have the hits, so we're gonna keep working with them. All of this stuff you guys are doing is pretty and it looks nice, but if you don't have hit records, we're really not that interested.
Boy, Jeremy, that's rough. Anyway, on to the role of the producer and why it's not just about churning out beats.
Somebody says I'm an artist, and you say I'm a producer, and you say come and record for me. And I say, no man, just send me some rhythm. Just send me a folder of some rhythm. So you're sending rhythms to people in a folder. So the artists get the folder, go through it and I say, yo, that bad. Record something and send back the vocals. So that interaction with producer, artist is not there in most cases. For somebody to say, no, I don't like that song, change that, change the hook there, put this here, put that there, it's not there. Partially because, one, a lot of the producers are really beat makers and not producers. So they're great at making beats. They have no clue what to tell an artist. They have no clue what song sounds good or anything.
So what makes a good producer?
So the good producer can be the guy that makes the beat, but it's really the person that's going to translate what the artist is doing and with the piece of music you're making and make it a quote-unquote saleable product, a commercial product. It's potluck now. I'll just make some beats, send to the guy, and hopefully I just get back something which I like. And then on top of that, the artist said to you, oh, I've got to co-own the master with you, which is mind-boggling to me as well.
That's another subject.
Publishing, you'll be surprised and frightened at the amount of professional music industry people in Jamaica have no publishing deal. I'm talking big artists.
More on which next week.